So, lesson for today is forgive to be forgiven. And it's mind blowing that this is a lesson that I still need to teach. It's crazy that this is something that people who call themselves a child of God in the follower of Christ are deciding they won't do. They're making deliberate decisions not to show grace, not to show mercy, not to show compassion, and yet they ask for it every night for all the times that they fall short. So make this make sense. How do you keep expecting to be under the grace of God when you won't give grace? How are you expecting? How are you going to speak about what someone else don't deserve like you're without sin? How are you judging people when you yourself isn't righteous? How are you rebelling against the word of God while condemning the sins of others? And I'm going to say this again in hopes that you will receive it this time. That bitterness that you are holding on to towards that person is hatred in your heart. So if God is love and there's hatred in your heart, that means God don't have access to your heart. Satan does. So we are commanded to love Jesus with all our heart. So how does that work if Satan has control over it? Controlling over what we do and what we say. So that's just the first part of that commandment. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart. And so if we gotta love Jesus with all of our heart, that means that Satan should have access to it. That means that Jesus should have access to our whole heart. Our whole heart posture of how we love, how we do things, how we respond to things. Jesus should have control over it. He should have very control over it. And see, because this hatred thing is a problem. See, people don't believe that what they do is hatred. Because understand this, it's only love and hate. There's no in between. So you either your acts either display love or your acts display hate. So if you're not displaying love, you're showing hate. You're showing acts of hatred in your heart. And we have to be mindful that as children of God, ones who's supposed to reflect God, and God is love, that our actions is a reflection of Him. The last thing we want to do is displaying character traits of Satan. And sometimes we get so comfortable hating. So it feels good to hate. To some people, it actually feels good to hate. But what they don't realize is what hate does